Reading story. Lady Xuan Huong. Long ago, in the northern province, there lived a young woman as pure as a narcissus flower, so she was named Xuan Huong. Her father, a poor scholar, had passed away long ago. She lived with her mother, and the two of them worked hard to support each other. In those days, girls from wealthy families were often sent to school. When she was little, Xuan Huong was taught reading and writing by her father, so she had some basic education. At the age of 15, she asked her mother for permission to study under an elderly village scholar. At that time, there was a handsome young scholar named Tong New Mai, the son of a high-ranking provincial official. Intelligent and ambitious, he devoted himself fully to his studies, determined to earn a place on the imperial honor roll. One day, during the Don Go festival, New Mai went sightseeing with his young servant. Passing by the old scholar's class near an ancient temple, he happened to see several young girls playing in the temple garden. Beneath a banyan tree, one girl was swinging gently, holding onto its hanging roots. That girl was Xuan Huong. Her beauty stopped New Mai in his tracks. Master and servant lingered outside the temple gate for quite some time. Unable to hold back, New Mai exclaimed, "Ah, I've often heard people praise the beauty of northern girls, but surely none can compare to the girl on the swing just now." From that day on, New Mai often found excuses to visit the old temple. Thinking constantly of the beautiful girl with her pale forehead framed by dark hair, he lost his appetite and sleep. His servant tried many times to persuade him to return to his studies, but New Mai could not forget her. One day, when New Mai urged the servant to visit the temple again, the servant secretly reported this to his father. Alarmed, New Mai begged him, "Please don't tell. If you truly care for me, you must keep this secret, and help me instead." The servant replied, "If your father finds out, you may be punished, but I, being of low status, would never survive the whipping." New Mai said, "Then stay home and study for me. You go and find out her name, her family background, and whether there's a way for me to meet her. If you succeed, you will be well rewarded." 3 days later, the servant returned with news about Xuan Huong and whispered, "If you give me a large sum of money, I'll show you a way to get close to her." New Mai calmly replied, "Agreed. Ask for any amount, just make sure it works." With the money in hand, the servant bought a set of women's clothing and said, "You have fair skin, delicate features, and even your voice sounds like a girl's. If you dress like this, you'll easily befriend her." Sure enough, once disguised, New Mai looked like a charming young lady no one would suspect to be a man. Following the servant's instructions, New Mai visited Xuan Huong's home. Greeting her mother warmly, he claimed to be the daughter of a provincial official, 16 years old, studying nearby, and visiting the area to buy silk. Xuan Huong's mother believed him and called her daughter out. Hearing that this young lady was well educated and from a noble family, Xuan Huong treated her kindly and welcomed the friendship. When they parted, Xuan Huong said, "Please visit often, so we can study books and discuss their meanings together." From then on, New Mai frequently visited. Before long, the two became close friends. Xuan Huong admired New Mai's learning and often asked for help with her studies. For New Mai, his heart had never known such joy, yet he always behaved properly, never crossing any boundaries. One day, Xuan Huong invited New Mai to stay overnight. Though tempted, New Mai declined, saying he lacked parental permission. Later, another opportunity arose when Xuan Huong's mother went away to attend a memorial ceremony. She asked New Mai to stay and keep her daughter company. He agreed. That evening, after studying poetry together, they strolled in the temple garden under the moonlight. Suddenly, Xuan Huong stumbled, but New Mai quickly caught her. Startled, she exclaimed, "Thank you, sister. Oh, if only you were a man, I think I would fall in love with you." New Mai teased, "Remember your words. I'll pray to the goddess of mercy to turn me into a man. If that happens, would you still love me?" Laughing, Xuan Huong replied, "Of course. I swear before heaven and earth." New Mai said, "Words alone aren't enough. Write it down, and I'll believe you." Xuan Huong agreed. Once home, she lit a lamp and wrote a written promise. That night, when they lay down, New Mai removed his disguise and revealed himself as a strong young man. Terrified, Xuan Huong covered her face and cried, "Heavens! I've been deceived. Who are you, daring to trick me? I'll call the villagers." New Mai held her hand and said gently, "Do not fear. I mean you no harm. I will marry you." He then told her everything, his background, his studies, their first meeting at the temple, his longing, and the servant's plan. He concluded, All this was not for fleeting pleasure, but to become your lifelong partner. Xuan Huong wept, fearing he would abandon her due to class differences. Niu Mai swore solemnly before heaven and earth that he would never forsake her. At her request, he wrote a written vow to marry her, swearing divine punishment if he broke it. Only then did Xuan Huong smile again, warning, "If you deceive me, I will take this case all the way to the highest court." Soon after, Niu Mai was summoned to the capital with his father. Though devastated, Xuan Huong trusted his promise and waited faithfully. 5 years later, Niu Mai topped the imperial exams and was appointed imperial inspector. His first mission was to return to the northern province. Meanwhile, Xuan Huong had rejected all suitors, buried her fine clothes and jewelry, dressed simply, and worked to support her mother. A corrupt local official, lusting after her beauty, falsely accused her of breaking an engagement. When she refused his advances, he had her imprisoned and sentenced to 80 lashes. On the day of punishment, crowds gathered. Just as the whip was raised, an imperial inspector arrived, Tong Niu Mai himself. He ordered Xuan Huong released and the corrupt officials arrested. Upon realizing who he was, Xuan Huong fainted from joy. Later, Niu Mai reported the case to the emperor and asked permission to marry Xuan Huong. Moved by their extraordinary love story, the emperor granted his blessing. The wedding was celebrated for 3 days and nights. Xuan Huong's mother proudly said, "Though I have no son, my daughter brings me greater joy than any son could." Lessons from the story. True love and faithfulness. Love can overcome social class and hardship. Loyalty and patience are the foundation of lasting love. The value of women. Xuan Huong embodies beauty, talent, dignity, and inner strength. She defends her honor and love despite injustice. Justice will prevail. Though falsely accused and mistreated, truth ultimately triumphed, proving that good always overcomes evil and justice will prevail.